Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Rant and Chill. Gonna be ranting again about layoffs yet again. There's more stuff to talk about. Debbie Downer news, negative Nancy news. It is what it is. You got to be real about the situation. Look, there's a lot of layoffs happening. 2024 has been crazy. It's been a pretty dark winter, and we're still in it. We are still in it, and worse to come, I think. Let me put this on the screen here so we can see what we're talking about. It's a lot of companies cutting the fat. And what I want to ask you in the chat, hey, Repo Bob, is this normal for this time of year? I mean, this time of year, the Christmas is over, holiday season's over. It seems like the time to just cut the fat. Is this normally when it happens? Are we exaggerating this thing? That I'm not exactly sure. Okay, but what I can tell you, oh yeah, there's a lot of layoffs here, and even though I archived this website, it still has the ads. Okay, look at that. So REI, which I don't have camping gear or whatever, REI is laying off 357 workers, mostly in their outdoor retailers' headquarters, which is surprising because there has to be a high demand of tents. While the homeless are, oh no, bad time for it. Winter, they want to go indoors, not in tents. So, but I don't know. Is that a factor there? I mean, they're not selling tents. I mean, you would. But then again, who has money for it? Like, clearly not a lot of people do. They're cutting it. They're cutting that fat there. You got Levi Strauss & Co. is slashing its global corporate workforce by 10 to 15%. I got to tell you, I buy jeans, right? I wear jeans. You wear jeans. Do you get the Levi's or do you get the cheaper, was it Arizona or whatever? I get the cheaper Arizona or whatever. Sure, Levi's might look great, whatever, fine. But you know what, man? My jeans are just going to get roughed up anyway. So I'll buy the cheaper one. And actually, I'll go check what's ever on a discount, okay? I'll check that. All right? The deep cuts, okay? I want to check out that. Because here's the thing. When money's tighter and people don't have much more to spend because other expenses go up, I mean, why would they spend the money for Levi's when they spend the money on something else? It's cheaper stuff. All right? It's got like, when you buy slacks, do you get the slacks? Do you get the, man, what is the big brand of slacks anymore? I don't even remember their name. Dockers, is that right? And then you had the Dickies. I would get them. I would get the Dickies. Or some other weird brand that was like dirt cheap and they wouldn't last. But I like how in this article here they talk about how they did these layoffs, but yet Levi's would spend there's this freaking white spot of an ad right here blocking me. Spent what? $170 million to put the Levi's name on a stadium in San Francisco, a city that has let itself fall to the point to where it's pretty much a toilet. I mean, is that a good investment? Are they going to turn San Francisco around? Is it just going to go? Man, that's not a good deal. Now, let me ask you something. When was the last time you went to a stadium and was like, you know what? The name of the stadium, I really want to get one of their products. It's like, no. I like, if I go to a stadium like Minute Maid Park here in Houston, I'd go, man, you know what I want? I want some Minute Maid juice. No, I don't think Minute Maid, when I buy orange juice, I'm not even looking for that. I'm looking for, hey, where's the store brand? Where's the cheap store brand? Okay, that's where we're getting. It was just me. I live on a budget, okay? But like, I think when these companies go out of their way to spend millions of dollars to get their name on the stadium, I don't know if it really helps. Then you have Microsoft here. Microsoft is laying off some 1,900 employees in its gaming division, according to gaming. Okay, I know about this one though. I also listened to this other podcast called Side Scrollers. They talked about it there. It's the physical game department. I guess the departments that would handle like the physical copies and all that related to it, because and this could be its whole other rant maybe later on. Physical copies of games, especially when it comes to Microsoft, when it comes to Xbox, is gonna be gone. Like this year, this is the year that it's gonna happen. Okay, like physical copies. It's almost like why? Because here's the thing, and it sucks. I think you should be able to get the physical copy, right? I think you should be able to get that because when you have that physical copy, no one can take it out from your hands, right? No one can just go in your house and take it and it's gone, right? I mean, if you buy a digital game, you're hoping that whatever streaming or whatever platform they're using to host that game, that the game will stay there, or they'll never go in and edit things in that game. Like you expect it to be the way it is when you bought it because that's what you wanted, right? But that's a whole other rant in the future, okay? But yeah, this sucks. This sucks though. Even Microsoft, even in their gaming division, they're laying off employees. They're trimming the fat there, okay? It's I think this though is a response to the trend, the buying trend of customers. And people will say, well, customers still buy physical copies. Well, apparently not. I mean, yeah, sure, customers do. But apparently not at the rate that it really matters to them. Because I'm pretty sure they looked at it and were like, we could probably just cut this and make even more. So we're going to do that. I mean, I would hope that's what they're looking at. I hope that's what led him to that decision. Not because I would be right, but because that would make sense. Like if I was running a company and I saw that too, where a lot of my customers were buying digitally, and I'm like, well, why are we using physical copies then? We could save so much money. We have a whole crew of people in that department too. We could save money by cutting them out. We don't have to pay their salaries anymore. We don't have to pay their benefits. We don't do any of that. And then we don't have to pay for the supplies, the distribution. We don't do any of that. So it makes sense. TikTok is also laying off. That is strange. Okay. Riot Games, another video game developer. Riot Games. League of Legends. What? How? But don't they make a lot of money through like microtransactions and stuff like that? How are they hurting? How are they hurting there? I guess because they decide there's 530 people they don't need. 530 people. They're like, we could do without them. Okay? And I don't know anything about Riot Games. I never worked there before. But I wonder if they have like those cushy jobs. I remember seeing some TikToks of these ladies that would boast and kind of gloat about how they have like these cushy tech jobs. And at the job, literally at the job site, they would have like coffee bars and little fancy privileges and treats, like a sauna or some sort of break room that's fancy. I've never experienced any of that. Like I worked retail in the 90s and it was like coffee bar. No, you didn't even have coffee. You had to like take a break and go maybe to like Starbucks or something. Okay. What are we talking about? You have to go out of the store. Okay. Maybe someone went on a coffee run. Actually, most likely happened is that you didn't leave at all. And if you wanted coffee, that's not happening. The closer you're going to get is drinking the soda. Hold on. Give me 5 minutes. Okay. And then, yeah, I mean, are you this is crazy. So, yeah, and so that's 530 people that are without a job. eBay's cutting. Wayfair's cutting. Wayfair. Macy's is cutting. Well, that makes sense. I mean, have you been inside of a Macy's lately? Have you been inside of a JCPenney? Is that still a thing anymore? Google's cutting. Google. Oh, yes. YouTube is even cutting. That would be Google as well. They're laying off a lot of people because AI can do their job, and that's what they're going to use. See, a lot of this is responding to buying consumers, and also just the available technology. If they're like, we could save a lot of money by using AI, they could do the same thing. Probably won't be as good, but you know what? I think they could deal with it. And that's it. So it's gonna, think about it. If you worked for Google, if you worked for one of these company, Google or Riot Games, it's like, well, where do you go now? Where do you go next? Huh? You might, if you're getting laid off, you might have like some severance. Oh, and here's Amazon. They're talking about Twitch. Twitch had a lot of layoffs. 500 jobs on the bid to save costs, which is why we're over here on Kick. You don't know what's going to happen over there. Don't know. At any time, it could just they really cut the fat or pull the plug because Twitch isn't making Amazon any money. It's strange that they're not. I guess Amarant and those girls aren't doing that good of a job, even though they're doing fine for themselves. They're just not making that much money. Really, I think Twitch should just be like, well, I'll tell you what, these cam girls want to be cam girls here. Let's charge the cam girl rate. Whatever is the rate that those cam sites use to, like, I'm sure it's not the weird nice split that Twitch has. I'm sure it's nothing like that. I'd imagine those cam sites kind of operate on like a pimp attitude. No, I think they get what they get, and there's no fuss about it. Okay, that might be the reason why. But then there's OnlyFans, right? There's OnlyFans. But anyway, this is horrible news. Horrible news, and I think it shows the state of where we are in this current day and time. It's not a very positive thing to start off with. Not a very light, floaty thing. It's not a chill video. It's a kind of a dark topic, and I don't see how it gets better. Because with technology from like AI improving, and companies noticing that they can just use that more and more, I think you're going to see more of this. You're going to see more cuts, and it's really going to hurt. It's really going to be unfortunate. The only way you'd be, what I would recommend, if anything, is get a government job. Until they realize, wait a second, we can hire AI to do that. Okay? Which they probably could. They probably could. I think they could hire AI to do what they do at the DMV, and it would still be about the same service. They're pretty bad. I mean, you can't go worse. You really can't get worse than what they currently have at the DMV. You probably don't even know because you don't even go there that often, right? When's the last time you've been there? Man, it sucks. I had to get my license renewed once. I was like, and they're like, ask for all this stuff. It's like, what? There's a whole process. It's like, what do you mean? I'm not a citizen. What? Oh, and their attitude. The long lines. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, you guys let me know what you think about this. I think tech jobs are definitely on the line. Retail jobs are pretty much going to be non-existent. Like, especially when it comes to like DVDs and video games. Like physical copies of them. Yeah, no, man, that's in the past, man. This is the last year. This is the last year. For a lot of places anyway. There might be some towns that are kind of like, some areas of like, let's say America or some other countries, let's say even Canada, that are like not really going to be affected by all this, but we'll see. Anyway, yeah, y'all try to take it easy.